Hello, beautiful souls. It's Rose with Psychic Readings with Rose, here to bring you your April 2023 Psychic Tarot card update for the sign of Leo. So Leo, we have a full pink moon in the sign of Libra on April 6th. Okay, so whenever you're watching this video, it will be the right time to receive these messages. Time is fluid and divine timing. That's what I believe in. So I strongly suggest to you, if you're watching this before the full moon or after the full moon, it's still, the messages will apply. And if they don't apply to you, then please watch it again after the full moon, and I'll explain why. This full moon is happening in your third house, which is short distance travel, which I know a lot of people are vacationing at this time. So maybe taking a short trip over water. Maybe you're driving somewhere that's maybe like 3 hours or something like that, maybe under 3 hours. It's just a short trip, right? But it's much needed. Okay, I was shuffling and shuffling and shuffling for my beautiful Leos, and I kept getting really bizarre cards. So I feel like this reading is really going to benefit you in the long run. I made sure that the reading was speaking to me, and my guides were guiding me towards getting the right message out to you. Okay, it's much needed. So this is really important. Let's dive into it. Like I said, this is happening in your third house of short distance travel and your day-to-day activities. Okay, my Leos. By the way, I have very strong Leo placements in my chart, so I really can, really benefit from this reading as from myself, and also from my beautiful Leo clients. And I understand very much, my beautiful Leos, you are amazing, beautiful souls, especially if you are in the spiritual realm, if you work with spirits, and if you work with anything that has to do with the divine, right? So in the recent past, regarding your current energy, Leo, we have the 10 of Wands in the upright position. Now, I generally don't like to see this card in the upright position, but it does speak of a lot of hard work, a lot of stress, and endings and beginnings. That's what I like, 'cause it's a number 10. So it's an ending and a beginning. So, yes, you've been working very hard, Leo, especially if you work with your hands, Leo, from Secret Time, Leo, male and female. If you work with your hands, you've been working. You've been putting in the hours. You've been dealing with toxic family members or toxic co-workers, or whatever the situation is, or maybe your family, maybe another Leo or an Aries or a Sagittarius has been causing some friction in your life. It's, you're working really hard, and, my guides, your guides are, saying, you work really hard, Leo, and you deserve, to just be able to take a little holiday and just chill out, So, and I do see in the current position, actually, I really love to see this card in the reverse position, is a 5 of Pentacles reversed. So with this here, with this hard work, maybe you were working on your spiritual path, Leo. Many of you are spiritualists, okay? Many of you are, I have many clients and friends that I switch readings for, and I barter with, that are Leos, and they are very spiritual, and they're very connected to the divine. Maybe you've been working so hard on your spiritual journey and your spiritual path, and you just need a break now. Or maybe things haven't been going your way as far as like your passions, your goals, your ambitions. It's gender fluid here, whether you're male or female. It doesn't have to be love, but if it's love, then you've been working really hard at finding a partner, or maybe you've been with your existing partner. It's been a trying time. It's been trying 10 weeks, maybe 10 days, 10 weeks has been really trying, especially with all the transits that have been going on. There's a lot going on astrologically, especially with the Pluto in Aquarius. Right? So there's a lot going on. But I love to see in the current position here, the 5 of Pentacles in the reverse. Because the 5 of Pentacles upright, it speaks of like emotional sterility. I often see, like in the original Rider-Waite deck, which if you do not have a deck and you're looking to dive into tarot, I suggest you start out with the original Rider-Waite deck, okay? And you'll see why if you purchase one. It's two people walking past a place of worship, and they're cold and they're hungry and they're wounded, and they're walking past it and they're not paying any mind to it. But in the reverse position, it speaks of returning to faith, going into the ashram, going into the temple, going into the chapel, going into the Reiki center, going into the yoga studio, going into the astrology studio, going in to get some kind of healing, going into a restaurant or a coffee shop where everyone there and everyone knows your name, right? And it makes you feel good when you walk in there, and you get a real good sense of healing, and it brings you back to your faith. Because sometimes Leos, I know we're very fiery, and we can sometimes be like, question our faith, and are we on the right path, and why is this happening to us, and why is nothing working out, whatever it is, business, love, with our kids, with our family members, with our friends, it's going to work out differently for all of you. It will resonate differently with all of you. And if you want to contact me, I would love to dive deep into this, Leo, because I love this return to faith energy, especially when you feel like God is ignoring your wishes, or you've been doing your affirmations and you've been saying your prayers, but yet God has not yet answered you. And I want you to understand that the universe works very mysteriously, and time is fluid, and it's a very divine timing. That's why I say, hold on there. And it looks like you are holding on. I'm speaking to a very specific few of you. I just keep telling you, just hold on. Wait a minute. Blessings are coming. You're returning to faith. And I love what about you, Leo, because you just keep moving forward. You're very, very, very driven, very fiery, very fun to be around. And when you're in your element, and when you're in your good mood, and you're taking your photos, or you're speaking to your friends or whatever, you light up the room. You're very beautiful, male or female, and you're very charismatic, and you bring a lot of warmth also to the souls that are blessed to be around you, and you feel blessed to be around. And this is returning to faith even in the face of adversity. Even where, it's like it's so cold, maybe where you live is very cold, or maybe where you live is very warm. It doesn't matter. Cold is cold. It's an energy. It's a feeling. It's not only just like a degree, So many of you are returning to school, I just heard, so a degree, to finish up some type of degree or some type of certification, even though you're so tired and you're worn out. But being that it's this full moon, the full pink moon in Libra, is happening in your third house, it speaks of your day-to-day activities, short distance travel. So it can absolutely be returning to finish your Reiki certification, and finish up your last class of astrology, finishing up some type of certification for yoga, or scuba diving, whatever it is. I don't really think it's scuba diving, but it looks like something like it's very something practical. So it's something very practical. So it could just be like maybe you're becoming a minister, or I know this is going to be for many of you. Okay, so please, like I said, contact me in my about section. We will set up a reading, because many of you are becoming high ascended healers. Okay, you're working with ascended masters on the other side. You're working with people who know more about spirituality and certain religious beliefs, and you're returning to faith, even though you're so exhausted and you feel like you have nothing left to give, and you're just working. You're still returning to faith. Many of you, this is school too. Many of you, in the third house, there's a local school, local university, where you can maybe finish a few courses, and you're deciding to do that now while everyone is like planning their vacation. You're kind of like taking a class, like during like the spring break or something like that, which is, it doesn't surprise me, because maybe that's when you feel more like you want to just be, you want to go within, and you really want to feel like grounded in your energy, and you really will be grounded in your energy. It's really beautiful. I'm sorry that it's been a little stressful for you, Many of us have been going through a difficult time, Leo. But it looks like now you still believe in yourself. You still believe in the powers that be, and you still believe that blessings are coming, because you decided to walk into that door. You decided to open that door again, and the universe is kissing you, blessing you with that, because you have decided to still have faith in yourself and your loved ones and your community. You know, that, which is beautiful with your community. Maybe you're taking a little 3-day trip that's it's more of a spiritual journey. It's more of a spiritual, maybe you're going to like 3 towns over and you're staying overnight for a few days or whatever, and it's like there's a river there, or there's like a place of worship there, or there's something miraculous happened there. Maybe it's known for its mysticism, healing, or something like that, and you're going there on this time of the spring equinox, when it's, where sure that, spring is coming. It might not feel that way in your neck of the woods, but where I live it does. But sometimes, we do take it for granted, and you're not doing that, Leo. So, oh my goodness. Okay, so in the future, the 9 of Wands in the reverse. So Leo, you are really coming out of a very anxious and stressful time, right? With the 9 of Swords in the reverse, especially I feel like with this full moon in Libra. Maybe you're going to do your full moon release. Congratulations, Leo. Please do it on the 6th or on around 72 hours within around that time of the full moon in Libra, because Libra moon is very, very good for removing injustices from our lives. If we've been falsely accused, or if someone has sent us bad energy, or someone blamed us for something that we didn't do. It speaks of, karmic law too. Karmic law, you cannot escape it. Universal record keeping, the universe is keeping score so that we don't have to. And I see that with you having faith in karmic law and karmic justice. Maybe some of you are law students or paralegals, or you just deal with the law of physics, the law of karma, something, right? And you're using this full moon in Libra to remove all that toxicity from your life. And maybe you had insomnia for a while. Maybe you were getting bouts of anxiety, I feel, where the walls, I see some of you like the walls were crashing in on you, like you felt like you couldn't escape the anxiety, and now you're able to sleep a little bit more and be less anxious because you returned to faith. Even though you were stressed out and, you were really being tested. Your strength was being tested, Leo. Your strength was being tested, but you returned to faith anyway. And in the future, I see, and if you are going away, it's going to really release your stress. If you're not going away, if you're just staying, close to home, and you're going to be that busy little bee, maybe in the local library, you found like a library near you that you belong to, or in your neighborhood, or maybe like a bookstore or something that has like really cool books, like the Akashic Records, or like about the angelic realm and working with the archangels, or has like really cool books there about like all these different occult practices, philosophies, and it's right near your neighborhood, and you're going to do that. So many of you are doing that, Leo, and that's also like cool, because that's still returning to faith in my eyes. Okay, so Leo, this is really beautiful. I love how you just keep pushing along, my strong, powerful Leos. I really love you guys. I don't really feel like this is like about love per se. It speaks of more of an existing relationship, and a relationship that's kind of like you didn't know where it was going, whether you're male, female, you date men, or you date female, it doesn't matter, gender fluid. But I have to say, it's more about maybe you reached a lull in your relationship and you're returning to faith, or maybe you're just deciding that some of you want to get away from the toxicity, so you're taking some time out for yourself. And I feel like with that type of energy, where you're actually like, you're healing yourself. I've been getting a lot of healing thyself as I'm doing these April readings. It's really cool. Especially with all the astrological stuff going on. I feel like this full moon in Libra is really, really something. This full pink moon in Libra is really doing something for our souls, you know, because we've been through a lot. Leo, we've been through a lot. And the Libra moon, I just love, you know. So like I said, any karmic injustice, any false accusations are just boop, gonna go away, you know. And the advice from Spirit, or the message from Spirit, is the High Priestess. So the High Priestess is the High Priestess, just like she is. She is a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces female, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, stellium. She is very psychic. She's here to tell you that you are the priestess. You are the High Priestess. If you are a female watching this, maybe you're returning to faith and becoming a priestess. Okay, if you are a male watching this, maybe you are working with a priestess to become a high priest or a minister or a reverend or an ordainment of some kind. I really feel that strongly from many of my divine masculine men watching this. You are working with a high priestess. You are consulting a local priestess. It's someone in your area. Or maybe if you're traveling, you know, if you're traveling and you're traveling 3 miles or 3 hours out of the way, maybe you're finding a priestess in that neighborhood, in that area, and she's taking you to the next level, right? She's healing you. The 9's about completion, you know, about like a gestation. So maybe you went through a very difficult time, and this priestess is healing you of this. Also, maybe you're working on your intuition. Maybe you're reading books about clairvoyance and all the clairs and how to open up your third eye. The High Priestess is here to tell you that you're highly intuitive and you know what to do. You've done the work. All right? Even though you were so tired and stressed, you still went into that chapel or into that bookstore or into that restaurant or into that place of worship. It could be anywhere that feeds your soul. That's the return to faith. And the future looks so much less stressful. It's magical. I love the High Priestess. And this full moon in Libra, oh yeah. Do your release. The High Priestess is blessing you. So happy full moon in April. And if you have not yet subscribed to my channel and you like what I had to say, you've made it to the end of this reading, please click the subscribe button. Please comment below. Send me a cool emoji. Let me know how this resonates with you. Like I said, please feel free to contact me to book a reading. And yes, I will see you in the mid-month. Many blessings to you.